Hi viewers, welcome to our channel. And today we want to show you how we are getting cancer from agriculture instead of income. Now we are going to look at issues, evidences, and challenges for safe food production. We request you kindly to subscribe with us so that we can learn this together. Now, there are issues that we are looking at. First, which areas are vulnerable to cancer through consumption of agricultural products, and what is the root cause? The second is, what are the challenges in adopting and implementing technologies which are intended to alleviate these cancer-related incidents? Now, the evidences that we have, which are of interest, are areas which are vulnerable to cancer through consumption of agricultural products. Now, the first is irrigated riverines, urban and peri-urban agriculture, where we are using the polluted water for irrigation. And actually, this is our key area of interest. Then we have also areas which are undergoing severe chemical and environmental degradation through increased concentration of heavy metals and fluorides in agricultural soils. So what are the evidences? Now, I want to give you facts and figures that demonstrate how you are consuming cancer from these agricultural products and how you die instead of getting income from agriculture, which actually is a basic source of our life. Now, recent reports along the riverine, particularly the riverines which are getting water feed from the urban centers, that is River Athi in Kenya. We had some surveys which were done and studies which indicate extremely high level of heavy metals in the harvested vegetables. And these vegetables, if you see them, they are growing very healthily because they are consuming heavy metals, which are to crops are very nutritive. But the problem is that they are in excess. And we have facts and figures that show that what we are consuming are in excess of the acceptable threshold. Now, first, lead. We found that lead was 131 milligrams per kilogram, while the acceptable threshold is only 0.05. So you can see how much excess is the lead in the vegetables that were being consumed and harvested from the irrigated area using the polluted water from the Athi River. Now, cadmium level we found to be 4.8, while the acceptable threshold is 0.067 milligrams per kilogram. Now, zinc we found to be 121, while acceptable threshold is 2.0 milligram per kilogram. Now, you find that the level of these heavy metals in the harvested vegetables are far much more than the threshold values which are acceptable standards. Now, this has a negative impact of human health that we are going to demonstrate just now. You see, many farms which are grown using the polluted water from this river are exporting their products to the export market. Now, many of these farmers have lost their contracts because of this excess level of heavy metals in the products. But the problem is that they continue supplying in the local markets. And this has got very serious health implications because they have been stopped, many of them have been stopped to export because they cannot get market in the international areas, but locally, they continue to supply in the local markets with very, very undesirable consequences. What are the consequences? Analysis of cancer diagnosis in the project area between 2015 and 2019 showed an increased rate of cancer-related challenges, leading to the establishment of cancer referral center within the project area, with a total of 520 cancer cases within the study period. In this regards, they had very thorny issues where the production from this irrigated area using the polluted water has contributed squarely on the increased incidences of cancer. So we are trying to inform you of this, but the most important thing is to demonstrate to you how this happens. You see, the vegetables and grown in the urban area and peri-urban area, plus wastes, which are coming from residential areas or industrial areas, saturate the buffer capacity of the areas which are feeding the river water. And this actually leads to increased water pollution. And you can see that this water is really polluted. And the same water which is used for irrigation down the stream to grow the crops. So you can see the trend that the river is continuing to be polluted because it is being fed by streams coming from the urban areas. Now, this actually leads to increased incidence of cancer due to heavy metal toxicity. Now you can see the evidence. You see, this is actually the area which are being irrigated. And you can see the darker color as compared with the general environment shows that the area is really polluted. These are hydrocarbons, heavy metals, and these are along the river. Now they continue to do so, to do the irrigation with the water, produce the crops, which are actually sold in the market. So this dark area is area which is chemically irrigated, polluted with heavy metals along the river. And this is a very clear and staunch evidence of the increased pollution of the area irrigated and increased pollution of the soil saturated with chemicals, heavy metals, causing high level of heavy metals within the products which are sold in the market. So this is actually important to area for intervention. We have interventions we have identified, but there are serious intervention challenges which we'd like to share with you. First, this lack of knowledge of the existing technologies, e.g. phytoremediants, which are biological methods of extracting heavy metals from the water and also from the soils. The second challenge is there is undetected processes going on within the ecosystem, which are agricultural ecosystem, causing decline in soil quality, which is the major contributor of the accumulation of toxic chemicals due to reduced soil resilience. When the soil reduces its resilience, it becomes a source of pollution. Understand that soil is a natural mechanism for filtering, buffering, and detoxifying excess chemicals. But then when soil becomes degraded structurally, it loses its resilience and becomes the source of pollution instead of being a media for buffering and detoxifying the excess chemicals. And the soil structural deformation and degradation is going through processes which are undetected because of lack of interest and lack of knowledge. We have the capacity to demonstrate that, but we shall continue to do that in this channel if you subscribe and continue to be with us. The next one, we shall also give the solutions. The other one is inability to select and adapt appropriate climate innovations that enhance soil resilience through systematic analysis and definition of the problems causing these health challenges. So the next video, we shall demonstrate how you can go about this and how you can come up with solutions, simple solutions that can be applied in the irrigated areas and then to remedy the problem. So thank you for watching today, but please subscribe so that we can continue with the next discussion in the next presentation. Thank you indeed.